Hey guys, good morning. I'm sitting here in West Virginia fueling up. Anyway, so someone hit me up and said, man, you sure do hate on Amazon. I don't hate on them. I don't. They're a good company. They pay, and we all know getting paid is like half the battle with some companies. They pay quick, and my point that I'm trying to make is don't take these loads when they're still cheap. Don't do the work cheap because you hurt all of us. And the other point is, don't put all your eggs in one basket, because to them, we're like army ants, okay? If you drive across the country, you would be amazed how many Amazon trailers you see all over the country. It's a lot, okay? And then add to that how many trucks are like mine that don't say Amazon on the side, but they have an Amazon load on board, okay? Amazon moves a lot of freight, like an unimaginable amount. And so the scenario here is, if a move they make saves them 1%, 1% across the board, that's millions of dollars. And to a company like all of us, 1, 2, 3, even 5 truck operations, that 1% that they're getting back for them could equate to, a sizable chunk out of our operating cost. Or it may take it from a profitable load to a not profitable load. And so the point here is, for them to save 1%, they'll squash us or drop us. And I say we're like army ants in the sense that, you walk up to a big old pile of army ants and you stomp them once with your boot. There's so many there, they're not going to notice the ones that got squashed. They'll absorb whatever ones got squashed and keep right on working, and no one will ever know the difference. And that's Amazon. And so I'm not hating on them. If anything, I point out that we, the carriers, are to blame for how cheap things are. Okay? Amazon is not cheap. When they need stuff done, they pay. And so I set up the filter here to show the highest paying loads right now, and you're going to notice that all of them have to load like in the next half hour. And since no one's taking the loads, you're going to be surprised. Okay? So here's a 195-mile load for $1,000, $1,100, whatever you want to call it. Almost $6 a mile. The very next one, 847 miles, $5,000. The next one, 230 miles, $1,200. The next one, 263 miles, $1,400. Oh, gotta turn off the refresh. And so there's 1,035 miles for $4,400. 759 miles for $3,200. 300 miles for $1,200. There's 423 for $1,666. There's 362 miles for $1,400. There's 312 miles for $1,100. These are not cheap, guys. These are some good rates, okay? Now, why don't all of them pay that way? Because we, the carriers, book them when they're still at $1.50 a mile. That's our fault. That's not their fault. And in several of my videos, I've demonstrated how to get better paying loads. And there isn't just 2 or 3 of them. I mean, let's scroll down a ways, okay? So I've scrolled down quite a ways here, and there's 598 miles for $1,900. 598 miles for $1,900. There's 631 miles for $2,000. There's 577 miles for $1,800. There's a lot of these loads there, guys. I mean, and these are Tuesday loads, and they're still very well paid. It's not Amazon that's cheap, it's us. We're the ones that need to pay attention to this. We're the ones that need to not take it cheap. You know, everybody asks, is Amazon good to get into? You have to look at 2 major factors. One, does Amazon have a big presence in your area? If you're looking at an area that has 1 fulfillment center, probably not going to be great. Someone asked me about Little Rock, Arkansas. Not a big metropolitan area. There's a fulfillment center there, but it's kind of a gap filler between Memphis and Dallas. You know, Memphis and Dallas are 2 big hubs. They have several fulfillment centers within there. And, you know, Little Rock is kind of a stepping stone in between. So it's probably not a great market. Memphis, on the other hand, is an excellent market. There's lots of distribution centers there. There's an inland port there. It's good for freight any way you slice it. And Amazon is included in that. Anyway, so there's good freight to be had. We just got to make the right decisions. The other scenario, the other condition we need to consider is how saturated is your market? How many other carriers are there? Florida, pretty well saturated. The Atlanta area, pretty well saturated. Los Angeles, saturated. Dallas, saturated. So even if you find an abundance of work, there's so many carriers that they oftentimes, for the sake of not being left without work, they take something cheap. Why do you think Amazon makes it so easy for you to get on? They want the market to be saturated. They want us to fight like a pack of dogs for that one little scrap of meat. And then we all tear at it so bad, by the time we get it, there's almost nothing left. Anyways, so I don't hate on Amazon. I just point out the obvious. It's obvious to me anyways. Anyway, hope everyone has a good morning. I got to get moving here. Thanks.